Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto Loose Ends. This is the last video of Loose Ends. So, this bike is on top of Mount Chilliad. It starts the Chilliad challenge, but if your cycling skill isn't high enough, it tells you to just practice. There. Got that done. We will get back to the Chilliad challenges. We will do those races. Now, this is where the ghost Glendale spawns. It's right across from the little probe in. I do want to say, first off, I recorded all the commentary for this video and never pushed record. So I talked for 17 minutes about nothing and then didn't record it. So anyway, so the ghost Glendale spawns across from the little probe in. We'll get to that. One of the things I want to say is that, okay, there are like 22 street races, but like they all spawn from like 4 locations. Just those race locations we showed, like in the Las Venturas Airport. Like that spot in the Las Venturas Airport has like 6 different races. A lot of them are just checkpoint races. Actually, the one I showed you was a checkpoint race. So like all the chopper checkpoints spawn from that point. So I guess you got to get through a race and come back after you've gotten in first, and it'll do the next one. Clearing out all 22 races or whatever adds to your 100%, but it also gives you $1 million. So there you go. Now this is the ghost Glendale. If you watch it spawns on top of the hill and rolls down by itself, and always stops right here by this trailer house. When you get in it, and like look, it's already all beat up. We're going to take it to a paint and spray. I'm going to show you what happens if you paint and spray this wonderfully unique, bizarre car. So, that's the deal with races. Also, another thing that I learned while I was researching my own videos, and I should have done this before I made the videos, was that the stadium in Los Santos and the stadium in San Fierro always have the same game. One of them, like the San Fierro is always Blood Ring. Los Santos is always 8-track. The one in Las Venturas, every other day, well, 4 days a week it's one and 3 days a week it's another, has the 2 Sanchez missions. And we're going to cover the one we didn't cover, now that I know that. So you can't access all missions from all places. So you respray the ghost Glendale and it stays damaged. And apparently, some of this damage pattern is patterned in a way that you can't recreate. Like if you just grabbed a Glendale and tried to make it look like this, you couldn't do it. So it is like a unique, weird vehicle in the game. And I just like it that it spawns and it rolls by itself. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And it's damageable and it's damaged and unfixable. I love that about it. So now we have some other stuff to cover. I ended up putting it in a garage, and when I saved my game and came back, it was still here. So you can save it. So you could like spawn hundreds of ghost Glendales, so all your garages were just filled with them. It'd be weird. Anyway. I know the ghost Glendale has nothing to do with 100%ing the game. I just like it. I just think it's a fun, glitchy thing. So, let's see. What else? I talked about the street races, which I talked about my mistakes with them, and I talked about the checkpoint races that I'd mentioned in the last video, and I talked about the stadium events. And what else? I think that's about it, isn't it? Oh, there are home robbery missions. And you have to steal a certain amount from people's houses, like $10,000, maybe it's $50,000. And I believe that's also required for 100%ing the game. It's the dynamic that you unlocked in one of the rider missions, where you get in the black van and steal stuff from people's houses. So you will probably have to do that. I didn't cover that at all. I'm not going to cover it because, personally, I really hated that mission and I won't ever do it again. Apparently, the Chilliad challenge can only be done between 7 and, I don't know, 6 o'clock or whatever. So, there are 3 races from the top of Mount Chilliad on this dirt bike. You got to beat the first one, and then you can do the second one. You beat the second one, and then you can do the third one. They're all required for 100%ing the game. So, at 7 o'clock, we'll be able to do the first one. Here we go. And it instantly spawns you into biking shorts, which is really weird. And you'll see, because the video that follows this is going to be the finale of the game, and you'll see I do the whole thing in these shorts. Because this is the last thing I did. So, this is it. It's just a downhill checkpoint race like any other race, except it's downhill and on bicycle. I also should say, geez, and I forgot about this too, is you know how there's the NRG checkpoint mission in San Fierro? There's also in the bike park, just north of Grove Street, Oh yeah, you can't shoot people during this race. It disqualifies you. And then everybody instantly stops racing, and then you can shoot them all you want. See, watch. Dead. 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 Where's the guy that ran away? No, he's dead. Anyway, in the bike park, which has like half pipes and stuff in it, there's also a bicycle checkpoint collection. That is also required for 100%. I know I didn't show that either. I really determined that the reason I'm not showing all these things, or I'm not like struggling and like showing completions of all these races and stuff, is because I wouldn't be having fun. I would really hate it. And I just don't see myself, you know, beating my head against the wall over and over again for things like firefighter missions. And I'm really afraid my PlayStation is dying, so I kind of want to be safe and finish the game. And like I did finish the game. The next 3 videos after this one will just be the finale. It's in 3 parts. I will upload them all on the same day, so you can watch the last mission all the way through to the end of the game. And it'll be the end of the game. That is my promise to you. And then we'll just be concentrating on Hotel Mario and Majora's Mask. Mainly Majora's Mask, because Hotel Mario is really hard. Very hard for me to produce consistent videos. And I did pretty well. I was surprised at how well I did in this checkpoint race. I mean, I didn't win it, but because if I wanted, I would have done the second one just to show it. You know, I'm not so embittered by gameplay that I wouldn't do that for you people. And like I said, also those other things, the other 20%, because we end up finishing this game with 80% complete. That other 20% actually would give me, you know, will give me a good excuse. Like sometimes maybe I'll want to come back and be like, I want to try this. And like to just play the game and do some recording and, you know. I don't think we'll ever get to 100%. I really don't. But just because of the way certain things, again, firefighter missions in this game are so really glitchy and weird. I just didn't like it at all. And there are probably ways to cheat this race, but if you fall and you die, it spawns you just back up here. It was nice that we got to show that. I thought, anyway. I think it may spawn you at the last checkpoint you collected. So, I mean, anyway, it's fair. Like, that it doesn't, you know, kill you. Oh, this run is nice, too. Like, the way I managed to not fall off the cliff. Seriously, any actual bicyclist would have died there. So, and then this thing at the bottom, this chute, this is the end. And what? It just calls you a loser. Just like, loser. And now we can shoot this guy. There you go. Alright, so back to our stadium events. So I went back into here to do kickstart again. And I did finish it. I did break 25. So I'm just going to show you the start of it. I'll show you the end of it. And then I'll show you what spawns outside as a result. And then we'll deal with the last stadium mission and we'll be done. That'll be the last little thing that I didn't work on. Very obvious first point there. And here we go. I got 33 points, which was I thought was really good. And this one wasn't as easy to get the way I thought you could get it. So we didn't end up getting that one, but I did clear out a lot of the ones on the platforms and stuff. It was good. So that's one more little bit of gameplay taken care of. So now I've just got 3 other stadium events I have to win. Oh, 2 other, right? Because I won Blood Ring. The 8-track. Ugh. So when you win Kickstart, this spawns outside. The Blood Ring Banger also spawns for winning Blood Ring, but I just didn't show it. It's not that great. It's just the same car you're in Blood Ring. So, sorry about that. You know, I'm not a perfect person, people. There was some alliteration. Okay, so this is a 6-lap race. You can shoot all you want. It doesn't seem to affect the other riders, so you're kind of just wasting your time. I actually spent a bunch of time just shooting and driving in here, and I didn't knock a single person off. I didn't kill a single person. But now, this section of jumps here will wipe out 90% of your competition. See? Every time it'll do that. But now if that happens to you, don't grab the wrong bike, because then this happens. Like, the game doesn't recognize where you're at. Now, here's my question. I'm 12th, right? Like, I'm 12th out of 12. But, like, how did the 12th person get ahead of me when they're on the wrong bike, too? Somebody else has to also be on the wrong bike. And then how come they count? It counts when they're on the wrong bike, but not me. You see, get my logic? So anyway, let's go and actually run this race. We don't do bad. We don't do great. But we don't do bad. So. But like I said, this is the last thing you're going to have to watch me do before we do the finale of this game. And then this game will be over. I mean, like, I might revisit it later on, but, like, by and large, like, it won't be taking up, you know, you won't have to see a GTA video every day, or like you have been lately, like 2 or 3 of them. Because I'm really trying to, I want to get them out of the way by the end of this weekend. And this is a long weekend for me. I got 1 extra day on this weekend. Just because my job was slow. So see, like, these guys, you seriously, like, we took second because all those people wiped out. And that'll happen almost every lap. My problem is I'm not good enough at the race that, like, I lose so many positions during a lap that, like, briefly I was in first somehow. I don't know how that worked. But, like, stuff like that, I mean, it just kills you. Like, oh, now I'm back in 5th. See? So, I don't know. I wasn't a real big fan of this. And, like, all my runs after this were far worse than this one. So, like, this must have been my lucky run. So we'll just keep it at this, and you'll think I'm reasonably good, even though I'm not. And the Sanchez, which is a vehicle I'm really good with, happens to be kind of extra glitchy in this thing. I mean, I think that was done on purpose. But it's really easy to spin it around, like 360 and stuff. It's really a pain. It's very hard to turn. It's really easy to slam it into the walls. It's painful. It's very frustrating, too. If I had recorded live commentary, it would have just probably all been me cursing. But again, like, there we go. We got 3rd back now because of the people falling on that jump. So use that jump to your advantage. Also, I learned a little too late that hitting that jump just kind of full speed is probably the best way to do it. Is just pretend you're not even hitting it at all. And then just start to turn. So, like I said, this is pretty much it. This is everything I didn't deal with for San Andreas. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm going to go with that's right. I'm going to go with that's the truth. Because why not? Why? Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I really can't. And I have 4 more minutes I have to fill with my talking. So, yeah. And I don't really have much to say about this. But again, there we go. We took 3rd because people wiped out. That's about standard for how the rest of the level kind of goes for us, though. Yeah, it's like hitting it like that was bad, too, but not as bad as kind of the spinning or full circle and getting trapped backwards stuff. It would have been nice if we could have passed the first place person with a wipeout. But, like, you know, c'est la vie. It wasn't meant to be. So, que sera, sera. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just trying to fill time at this point. To get to the finale, which is super exciting. By the way, I will say this. I don't know if because the finale will all be live commentary. But the first half of it is live commentary from a first shot at it that I failed. And then the second half is live commentary from just a second half, where I didn't even record the first half. Just start, so they won't match up, but like they will cover the entire thing. So, because I got all the way to the end of the mission and then failed. So I had live commentary all the way up to almost the end. See, now that's not what you want to do. That just gives your opponents plenty of time to catch up to you. Although I think there's something glitchy about the places dealing with that ramp. Because, like, I was just in 3rd and 4th and then back into 2nd, and, like, nobody passed me. It's just because they were coming up that ramp, and so, like, in that point in the game, it thinks that... Wait, and now, like, I'm back in 4th? See, like, this... I don't know, it doesn't... You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't. The game doesn't know what's going on. And whatever, who cares? We're not gonna win this anyway. I mean, I can tell the future because this is post commentary. So, yeah, that was a lot of stuff. I mean, but we did cover like 20% of the game completion. Because I know, after the finale, I finished with like 80 and change. No, we didn't even make 81% completion. So there's like 20% completion hanging out there. And again, a lot of it's going to be street races. That's probably 10% is just street races. And then, you know, firefighter missions and like all that other stuff, pimping missions. So, look at that. That's so ridiculously glitchy. See it again. I just went from fourth to second without passing anybody. Game is just ridiculous that way. And like I said, you could shoot people. It doesn't seem to have an effect on them. Although in a little enclosed space like this, you think it would. But nope, not at all. Well, we're almost at the final lap. It is a little weird, too, that there's not a very good distinction of where the next lap starts. So, at least for me. It just happens to be, like, right in here somewhere. So, now we're on our final lap. Mercifully. I did eventually, in one of my further playthroughs, get, like, a 52-second lap time. Which is amazing. If I could have maintained that, like, gotten 6 of those, I would have been fine. I could have won this. Because I gotta be done by now. I think that bell signals people starting a new lap. So there we go. We got it into second, and that's where we're gonna stay. We're actually gonna finish this race in second, which is a failure, according to the game. It's kind of a shame because second I think is really good. So you guys take care, and you know, when we come back, we'll be doing the last mission and signing off for this game. It's been a long journey. We've been doing this for like 3.5 months. So you guys, thanks for watching, and take care. Bye, everybody. Notice how it called me a loser again? Look at that.